Welcome to Cox Notes. This is a video version of one of my previous podcasts, which is on Spotify. If you haven't listened to my podcast, you can do that by searching for Cox the Walk on Spotify. I encourage you to do so. Any of those of you who have listened to my YouTube stuff already know what my basic ideology is. My goal is that I can provide some thought-provoking topics to my audience. I have no intention of telling anyone how to think. I just want to encourage them to think. Colorado has garnered a lot of press lately with the wolf introductions and various other things. And most of it, in my opinion, has shown a Colorado that I would never have believed to exist at all. Today, I want to comment on a new Colorado law that, again, in my opinion, is a violation of the United States Constitution. Can we mandate a waiting period on the Bill of Rights? That just doesn't seem right to me. I cannot think how the general public would react if some advocate judge sat on his throne, his bench, and said it would be perfectly legal if we were to say that under the First Amendment, you have the right of free speech, free press, but you have to wait 3 days before you actually publish or say anything about what your topic is. How would Americans react if, say, one decided to become a Catholic and somebody protested that for some reason, and then a judge said, well, that's okay if you want to be a Catholic, but you have to wait 3 days. Or even worse, if the government decided to, say, establish a given religion as a national religion, but they said, no, that's okay. We decided to do this on Friday, but we also decided to suspend that freedom of religion clause for 3 days. So you have until Monday to join this state religion. What would happen if a law enforcement officer showed up at your house and said, we're here to search the place. We don't have a warrant, but we're only going to search it for 3 days because a judge agreed to suspend your Fourth Amendment rights while we search for that 3 days? I have another thought. What good could be accomplished if the Fifth Amendment, the rights to the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination could be suspended for the first 3 days of questioning while a citizen was held in jail and held there without any due process? How about if they were allowed to put on a federal civil case for 3 days before a jury was actually chosen? Would that make sense under the Seventh Amendment? These examples, they seem ludicrous, right? Well, evidently not, especially when it comes to the Second Amendment. It is now considered okay for a judge to uphold a Colorado law that mandates that a person wait 3 days after the purchase of a firearm before they can actually take possession of that firearm. U.S. District Judge John L. Kane, a Carter appointee, ruled just recently that a challenge to the new Colorado law, the 3 day waiting period, in Rocky Mountain Gun Owners versus Polis, had to be dismissed. He did not think that a person was denied any right by delaying that right. The ruling sounds a little ridiculous when one looks at the language and sees what the judge thinks. He thinks that one has the right to a firearm, but not the right to purchase it through commercial sales. What the hell does that mean? Maybe that's why some of the idiots among us think that it's just okay to go out and steal a gun. I don't know. Maybe if I catch somebody stealing my gun, I have to wait 3 days before I report it to a law enforcement agency. Constitution? What Constitution? Thanks for watching. And please subscribe to Cox Notes here on the YouTube channel and add my Spotify podcast to your favorites. I would welcome comments. The easiest way to do that would be communicate with me through my email, which is coxofthewalk, all one word, @charter.net. Now, you just go out and have a wonderful, wonderful day.